What is good, guys? What is good, Inspire Nation, man? If you're new to the channel, hit the sub button, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that bell, and make sure that bell turns white. That means you are notified for every single video that I drop, man. And listen, if you have not tuned into part one, make sure you go tune into part one. I should have a link down below in the comments or in the description too for you. Make sure you look out for that so you can catch part one. And then we know we have 5 parts to these videos and whatnot. And yeah, man, her friend, was doing witchcraft on it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all see what the title is? Let's go ahead and get into it, man. I'm all over the place. Let's get it.
Okay, so part two on how I figured out my best friend was doing witchcraft on me. So we left off on the part about the homegirl, right? Homegirl is planted in my life. We also all went to the same middle school, but did we? Wait, let me not lie. I don't know. I think we did. But yeah, so she's just not somebody that I spoke to often. I just want to make sure that my memory is not failing me at this time. But I believe we went to the same middle school, because there would be no other way for me to know of her. Yeah, so we went to the same middle school. But again, I think her and my ex-best friend were in the same academy. They were on the first floor. I was on the second floor. So this girl starts coming around. She's calling me all the time. And it's like a forced kind of friendship. Oh, well, you cool with my girl. So let's all be friends. And I was just able to see through that real early, because I'm I know this girl doesn't like me. You can see through the stares, you can see through the comments, you can see how people engage with you, the little side eyes. People don't like you for real. It's not hard to know when you're around genuine folks. But like I said, I let it play out because I needed to see exactly who was involved and how many people knew what was going on and was willingly keeping me in the dark. So her, my son's father, and the dude that she's dealing with at the time end up kind of getting into it, because through, I think, her friend or client came back and told her that my son's father was trying to talk to her because the girl did something for a huge party that happens in the summertime, and that's how they were able to link the two. So I come in and I'm okay, what's going on? You have time to be talking to people on top of the person that I already know you're dealing with. And side note, I'm only staying there, my plan was to stay there for the first full year at the new apartment, because we had just moved in, and wait until my son
Wasn't working my entire pregnancy, thank God, and my son would not drink from bottles. I was also only lactating from one side, making it very hard to leave milk in excess for him, and his father refused formula, so I had to stay home. Okay. And had to stay home. I did take clients here and there because I knew he slowly started trying financial abuse, which he did toward the latter. Okay.
was off breast milk, so that way I could get a job, and then the lease could be transferred over to me once my son was taking bottles and we situated childcare. He didn't want that. So I'm really genuinely just playing nice, because I already gave up to homegirl that he's with. But to find out that not only were you doing her wrong, you done did me wrong, you're doing her wrong, and then you have other people in the mix still. That's why on another post I said, I'm when you realize that a man is insatiable or a woman is insatiable and they just have that high sexual appetite, it's nothing on God's green earth that you could do until they check that within themselves. That is insecurity. That is low value of self. That is you not believing that you can express yourself in any other way than bumping skins. Okay? So now that I'm getting on his case, he's trying to get on my case. Like, oh, you got strange people in my house telling on my business. How does she know this or how does she know that? And in my head, I'm like, you run your mouth so much. You think you're Mr. Big Shot in all of Brooklyn so bad. You wouldn't even know if your own people were telling your business and it's coming back to you through other people. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, and you also need to be aware that the friends that you have that are egging you on, they want me. They want me real bad. They want me so bad. And they don't mind helping you tear apart what you think you have going on just so you could look like the fool at the end of it. So said, so done. Because I know half of them done led him to hell. And I actually remember him telling him that, I'm like, such and such is going to lead you there. He was like, I'm going to enjoy the ride. And I was like, whoop-dee-doo. So the best friend, it's like she's trying not to.
Best friends, friends. She was still staying with her guy. She was expected me to not just say nothing and let my child's father rock because me telling him I knew the source and location he couldn't deny it. It put her on the spot though, and her guy was mad at her because the guy owls, what in the world type of language is this? Knew each other. I don't care because who cared about my feelings when the whole freaking city and family knew reproductive abuse plus single motherhood was planned to sit me down. I also had fertility issues to chop shop wasn't an option for me no matter the circumstance. I was grateful God blessed me. So you telling me that the girl that stole her name knew her man and had and was dealing with him? Comment down below if I got that right, man. If y'all was tuning in part 1, man.
Be mad at me, but I know she's mad at me because I said something to my son's father. But I'm like, was I not supposed to? So now best friend gets involved, but she's also trying to play the back seat. And I could just tell, like, oh my gosh, all of y'all have orchestrated. And then people I don't even know. So people I don't know and the people I do know are actively trying to make sure that these things in my life fall apart, especially when I'm going through postpartum. Like, couldn't you pick any better timing? So rude, so nasty, and so rude. So over the next couple weeks, like, I just start noticing, best friend is still doing the same thing. She's trying to lay low, but very, like, almost invasive. Like, oh, well, do you know what's going on with him and the girl now? Is he trying to do better? And that is telltale for, you're not feeding me anything and I'm getting upset. So now I'm going to act like I'm concerned for you, but I really want to know what area to attack next. And she's not fooling me. So I just continue to distance myself from her until the holidays start rolling around. So at this point, my son's father and I are not seeing eye to eye at all. He's like, me and the baby, well, he went on vacation when I was 3 months, talking about, oh, this person.
Oh, wow. So, postpartum with his current long-term supply. Mind you, this girl is doing witchcraft on her by herself and with help. She had postpartum on 1,000,000. So pretty much this girl, she was telling all her business to this girl and she was just trying to figure out all her weaknesses. I don't know how this stuff works, but I don't care how it works. I just know I want to stay away from people that do it. That's all I know. When you're protected by God, man, you know what I'm saying? You can pick up on these things. Let's get into it.
Already paid for the trip. I can't cancel. You have a 3-month-old. You couldn't have told her to go with her besties and, I don't know, make it up with like on Christmas or something for your, when things are going on. I wouldn't even have mind, because at that point, we would have had more time to make sure that the co-parenting schedule and arrangements were cut clean and there was really like no room for entry, like re-entry. But he was trying to still have his cake and eat it too with me. And I was just like, absolutely not. So because best friend is not getting any information, she's starting to make more frequent trips to New York. And every time she comes to New York, she ends up at my house. Like, she literally didn't even tell me she was in New York one time.
She wasn't at my house every time, but she definitely was visiting more, coming to my house. She even had a pow, what you say, weapon in my living room with this man trying to get tea from him to bash me. More details in part 3. Okay.
And then it was like, oh, I'm outside or I'm pulling up. And I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? She came to my house. I remember I had a client, and I'm doing the girl's hair. Do you know? I must have stopped halfway to do the girl's hair. I think I did her hair and her lashes, or maybe it was just her hair that night. It was like a frontal. And she's there, like, she's helping out with the baby. Remember, I gotta play dumb. So she's there helping me with the baby. I go to do something, feed my son or something, and come back. Why is she trying to lay my client's wig and take content for the install that I just did? And I never asked her. So I'm just like, in my head, I'm noting all of this stuff. I'm like, girl, you're weird. Like, you really want to be me? Like, you're a beautiful girl, very intelligent. What? And I think it hurts even more because it's like, girl, you know half the stuff I've been through. You know people genuinely don't like me, and you're sitting here in the bandwagon trying to act like you're low. So second time she does it, she has a death in her family, and she pulls up to...
This is when I got a hint. She's dabbling in witchcraft. Her energy was so dark coming to my house, and for the person that died, she was oddly jolly considering this news was sudden. Also, she was so focused on figuring out her husband's cheating scandal. I was beginning to see how sneaky and manipulative she was in real time. I still wanted confirmation to X her off for good. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to get some confirmation from God, baby girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you feel something, pray about it. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's get into it. This story getting interesting, man.
My house, unannounced. I didn't know she wasn't in the state. I know nothing like that. It's like 8 o'clock at night. So she's telling me tea about like whatever she finds on her man's phone. She's trying to show me like what he's doing, the screenshot she has or whatever. And she hands her phone to me. Why did I look in her iPhone gallery, like on the bottom? You know how it's like in brick lay? Okay, because there's people driving off fast and stuff. Thank you. Yeah. So I look at the bottom of her photo gallery in like the last 3 rows. Why is like...
Because she was showing me how she snuck in his phone or Instagram and retrieved text messages from him and the girl he was cheating with, and her plans to make him lose his job due to cheating. Wow. My 5th grade school picture in her recent photos. So at this point, I'm like, oh nah. It's like my heart has dropped, and I have to face that. Even though I didn't want to believe it, but I knew it, this was finally the proof, the evidence. So I'm looking at her crazy, and she's standing at the door. She takes her phone back mad quick. I could tell she's uncomfortable because she don't know if I saw it. But like, you know when people have that guilty stare? She had that. And I didn't even let her in my house completely. Like, she was standing at the door or like the kitchen area. Because vibes were off, all the way off. I wanted her nowhere near my baby.
But I didn't even let her in completely. Dang, I'm about to run out of time. Come back for part 3.
Yeah, that is super weird, super crazy. Her having her dang on, I think she said 5th grade picture in her gallery, if I'm not mistaken. I forget a lot of stuff, guys. But y'all comment down below what y'all heard. But other than that, man, we gonna react to all the other parts tomorrow. Y'all stay tuned for that. Let's see what really went on, to be honest. One lesson you can learn from these videos is that you do not tell everybody your business. Um, don't allow people to be into your life unless you trust them. You know what I'm saying? Because, people be praying on your downfall, man, and doing little weird stuff and stuff like that, man. I ain't with it. But other than that, man, y'all comment down below exactly what y'all think, Inspired Nation. And at the end of my videos, I always say stay inspired, stay motivated, stay grinding. Until next video, I'm out of here. Peace.